Mark had spent years scouring thrift stores and garage sales, amassing a collection of old movies and forgotten gems. But on this fateful evening, he stumbled upon a tape he had never seen before, and it was labeled simply, "Watch Me." His curiosity piqued, Mark inserted the tape into his antiquated VCR. As the static on the screen gave way to grainy footage, he realized that this was not an ordinary movie. It began with a sinister whisper, barely audible but chilling in its intensity. Mark leaned closer to the television, captivated by the mysterious voice. The video showed a desolate, abandoned house in the woods. The camera, shaky and amateurish, approached the decrepit building. Mark's heart raced as he watched the cameraman step inside. There, in the dimly lit corridor, a strange symbol was etched on the wall, a symbol he had never seen before. The whisper grew louder, as if beckoning Mark into the screen. Unnerved but unable to tear his eyes away, he continued to watch. The camera led him deeper into the house, its eerie silence broken only by the faint sound of footsteps and a distant, haunting melody. Suddenly, Mark's surroundings began to change. He felt a cold draft sweep through his apartment, and the room seemed to stretch and contort around him. Panic gripped him as he realized that he was no longer alone in his living room. Shadows danced on the walls, and the presence lurked just beyond his peripheral vision. As Mark watched, the video became increasingly surreal. The camera revealed disturbing scenes of ritualistic symbols, eerie paintings, and strange otherworldly creatures. Mark's heart pounded as he struggled to make sense of the bizarre and nightmarish imagery unfolding before him. The whispering voice, now a cacophony of unearthly sounds, filled his ears, drowning out all rational thought. Mark's head throbbed with pain, and he clutched his temples in a futile attempt to block out the haunting voices. In the video, the cameraman reached the heart of the house, a room bathed in an eerie, otherworldly light. Mark gasped as he watched the cameraman turn to face the camera, revealing eyes that glowed with an unnatural, malevolent light. The room on the screen mirrored Mark's own apartment, and the figure on the television pointed directly at him, its voice now a blood-curdling scream. Mark tried to eject the tape, but his trembling hands fumbled with the VCR, and the remote seemed to have disappeared. With each passing second, the boundary between the video and reality blurred. The shadows in his apartment grew darker and more menacing, and Mark could feel a sinister presence closing in around him. In a final desperate act, Mark unplugged the VCR, breaking the connection between the video and his world. The room plunged into darkness, and the haunting voices were silenced. Breathing heavily, he sat in the pitch-black room, trembling with fear. Mark never found out the origin of the mysterious tape labeled "Watch Me," and he never dared to watch it again. The experience left him scarred, haunted by the unsettling feeling that something had crossed over from the other side, something he had encountered for the first time and hoped never to encounter again.